Hello once again, and welcome to part 5 of 8 in our series on English parts of speech. Today we'll be looking at adverbs. This video will define adverbs, tell the 4 questions adverbs answer, and discuss how to identify an adverb. Okay, as always, let's start with a definition. An adverb is a word that modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. Just like with adjectives, we say that adverbs modify, meaning that they help describe something. Adverbs typically answer one of 4 questions: how, when, where, and to what extent. When we say to what extent, what we're really doing is combining 3 questions into one. Those 3 questions are how often, how much, and how long. All these questions are similar and are asking us to describe the intensity or frequency of something. And so we tend to combine them all into one question. But if it's easier for you to memorize them separately, that's totally fine as well. Okay, now that we've given a definition and we've discussed the questions adverbs answer, let's talk about how to identify adverbs. Quite a few adverbs will end in the letters ly. Now, just because a word ends in ly doesn't automatically make it an adverb, though. The word fly, for example, ends in ly, but it's either a noun or a verb, depending on whether you're talking about the insect or the thing that it does. Often, though, when you have an adjective like sweet, that would normally describe a noun or a pronoun, like we talked about in the last video, to make that an adverb and have it describe a verb or an adjective or another adverb, add the letters ly to it. In the adjective form, you might say, she had a sweet voice, with the adjective sweet modifying the noun voice. And in the adverb form, she spoke sweetly, with the adverb sweetly modifying the verb spoke. You should always be able to answer one of the questions adverbs answer when you're checking for those adverbs. In this case, we know how she spoke. When the word doesn't end in ly, it can be a little trickier to identify as an adverb. In those cases, it's very important to know the questions adverbs answer and to look for words near a verb, adjective, or another adverb that answer those questions. Here are some examples. In the sentence, I was going too fast. In this case, too is an adverb that modifies the adjective fast. It answers the question, to what extent, and specifically, how much. Here's another example. He swam very quickly. In this sentence, we can see the adverb quickly pretty easily, since it ends in ly. It tells us how he swam. But there's another adverb here too. Can you see it? It's the word very, which tells us to what extent, just like to did in the sentence before. Okay, 2 more examples. First one, I go to the store daily. In this sentence, daily is the adverb that tells us when I go to the store. Last one, the rabbit disappeared underground. In this sentence, underground is the adverb modifying the verb disappeared, telling us where the rabbit disappeared to. Hopefully this helps get you started learning about and identifying adverbs. As always, if you have questions, leave them in comments, and I'll see you in the next video on prepositions.